Hey, in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to be sitting down and talking with Lift the Curse, a band from Central Texas. And we're going to be talking a little bit about how they juggle their personal lives and their music careers, as well as what they hope to accomplish as a band. So I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you guys so much. Hey, we're back at it again with another interview. And today with me, I got the band Lift the Curse. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's up, Eric? Thanks for having us.
Hey
Can you
Eric,
guys
how's it going?
introduce can you guys introduce yourself and your role in the band? And tell us a little bit about the band too.
Yeah, go for it, Ryan.
So my name's Ryan Hegefeld. I play guitar and I sing in the band Lift the Curse. We are we're a duo from Austin, Texas.
Heck yeah. What's up, y'all? John Yaden, guitar player for Lift the Curse. We're a bit unique in that we're a duo, per se. We do play with the drummer live, but everything you hear recorded is just Ryan and I. So Ryan usually handles drums, guitars, vocals. I do bass, guitars, backup vocals. So a little bit unique, but we sure love what we do.
That's awesome, guys. Like, you don't really see duos too often, you know?
Yeah.
I love that it's only two people working, because I feel like two people could get the work done way faster than like a 4-piece or a 5-piece band.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
And then do you guys plan on expanding more, or is it gonna just stay a 2-piece?
The idea for this band's always been stay as a 2-piece. And again, we have two drummers that play with us live. Primarily, it's a good friend of ours, Kyle Vanderhoof, based out of Austin. He plays in a bunch of bands, but he's kind of our go-to live drummer. Not an official member of the band, and we plan to keep it just the two of us, at least for now. And then with the addition of Kyle, just for live purposes.
Very cool, very cool. And do you guys self-produce your own music? Because I really enjoy your stuff and I think it's very well produced. Do you guys produce it yourselves, or do you guys go to like a studio in your area?
Dude, you're looking at mine.
No.
It's right behind me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, John and I through the years have kind of become really good at throwing things back and forth via the internet. So thank God for technology. But yeah, all self-produced in-house, and all recorded in-house as well. And we kind of treat it like a filtration process. You know, we come up with a rough idea. One of us will, then we roadmap it together, usually over like a Skype session or FaceTime. And then we just toss project files back and forth until we have a finished product and we sign off on it. And then it gets released out into the wild.
That's awesome. And like, it sounds like it's working, because last year you guys released what, 2 records last year?
Technically. So the first one we had released 13 or 14 singles in 2022, which is that's when we started Lift the Curse. But we realized, oh man, we're a brand new band. It's gonna be really hard for people to sift through all these singles. Let's package them into an album. So we did release that album, which was all singles that had been released, but we released it in January. So technically, yes. And then the second one was like more traditional album though.
Okay, that makes sense, because I was like I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
hearing the single first, but
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. Eric, I was gonna say something that you said before we started recording, how y'all started before COVID. To Ryan's point, he and I have been doing this kind of trading back and forth over Google Drive pre-COVID. So once COVID hit, we're able to just be even that much more productive, because we were literally already doing this, you know, kind of the remote way that we've gotten used to doing, using Apple Logic and just sharing files back and forth.
Yeah, man. I do a similar thing with one of my projects too, because
Nice.
we're pretty scattered apart too, and then in our main
Mhm.
project Dicodec, like we've gotten singers from all over the world to like
Oh,
feature
cool.
on our covers and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. Like, thank God for technology, you know.
Right?
Oh,
Oh,
big time.
yeah.
And I mean, all that you guys accomplished so far, like what's the goal, I guess, for Lift the Curse? Like, where do you guys see yourselves going from here?
Man, we're just trying to get as many ears on our music as possible. So honestly, when you reached out, I was so stoked. I literally sent Ryan a screenshot. I was like, "Holy shit! Like, look at this! Like, just the randomness of how you found us." And to your point, you're like, you said earlier, like, why don't we have more followers and subscribers and all that? We're that's the goal, just to get more and more out there, and trying to use any medium necessary to get there. But really, just getting as many people to hear our music as possible is the main one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you guys were like new. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
2022 was like pretty recent. So
yeah.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm super impressed with what you guys have been able to put out, and I was just like, yeah, I got to reach out to these guys. I got to interview them.
Yeah, Eric, do you guys play outside El Paso? And honestly, that's a big goal for us too. Is we primarily play in Austin right now, but we want to get out and play in the rest of Texas. So maybe we could play in El Paso with y'all.
Oh, that'd be awesome for sure. Yeah, we did one tour out of El Paso, but it was still in Texas. We
Okay.
just hit up all
Mhm.
the major cities, Austin, Dallas, Houston. Did like a
Yeah,
2 week long run, and then we just came back. It
dude,
was
that's
so much
exactly
fun
what
though.
we're trying to do that this coming summer. That's actually a pretty big goal for us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, Managed by yourselves, or are you guys looking to go through like a company or something?
Honestly, we're not sure yet. We've been
Yeah.
talking manage ourselves, but that's exactly what we're trying to figure out right now.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, we're a pretty DIY band, so we see these, obviously there's paid services out there for certain things in our industry, but there's we like to figure out how the sausage is made per se, and try to do it ourselves as much as possible for sure.
hell yeah. I mean, it's all skills that you build up over time and stuff. And once you have those skills, like it's so
Hmm.
much better to have them than like rely on other people to have them. So that's
oh,
pretty
for
cool.
sure. Yeah, Eric, one thing, it's funny, we don't get together for the writing and recording of our music, but again, we live about an hour and a half from each other. So when we do get together, we got to be kind of ultra strategic. We both got day jobs. Ryan's got 3 kiddos, but we usually get together for things like music videos because we actually do those, most of them ourselves too. So the one I think I shared with you, I think that was yesterday.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so we just go, and obviously there's only 2 of us, so we shoot each other, and then depending on the video, we take turns who edits because we honestly both love doing it. So that's kind of one of those other skills that we've been happy to embrace, and again, we both truly enjoy it.
that's awesome. And you guys said you guys have day jobs too. So like, is it hard to balance like creating music and songwriting with your day job and your families?
Yeah, I'll let you take that one first, Ray.
Yeah, on my side of things, yeah, it's tough to find the time, man. Three kiddos and a full-time job, and of course there's other stuff in life as well. But music's always been at the forefront of, I view it as therapy, especially the songwriting portion of it. Very happy I found John to songwrite with and kind of go on this adventure together. But yeah, it can be tough sometimes, balancing. But what I found is, I may only get like 15 to 20 minutes a day to do some sort of thing for Lift the Curse. But man, it makes you super productive in those 20 minutes whenever you don't get to do it the rest of the time. So I mean, there's, on especially recording, I usually record vocals and guitar stuff in the mornings, right before I go to work, and I've got a little sliver of time. And so the night before, I kind of go over everything, like, all right, prepare yourself for those 15, 20 minutes, and that way I can do it that quickly. So
Oh man, like inching towards it, like 15 minutes at a time. I don't know if I could do that. For me, I have to
Yeah,
like set aside an entire day just to be productive with that thing. Record as many songs as I can. Okay, what needs guitar, what needs to be written.
yep.
yeah, it's a little frantic, but I've found a rhythm, and it's working currently. So we're gonna keep at it.
Yeah, and
That's
Eric,
nice.
there's been so many demo recordings, especially for vocals, where I hear Ryan's kids in the background. It's the best. So that's literally that 15 or 20 minute window he has, but he makes the most of it. So
Nice.
it's it's pretty great.
And how many songs do you guys have like currently in like the backlog that need to be finished out of curiosity?
Ooh, that's a great question. We've got a Google Drive folder. We kind of separated just for ones because we're working on our next album right now. We're pretty much releasing a single a month and then probably releasing it in like April timeframe. But we've got a folder with about 15-ish ideas in there, but we narrow that down. So honestly, we really don't have a shortage of ideas, thankfully. Um,
Good
but yeah,
problem to
right.
have.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to put a number on it, but Ryan, what do you think? Probably at least 20-ish ideas that are just kind of chilling out there, maybe more
Oh,
buried in our
yeah,
emails.
absolutely. Yeah, and
Yeah,
by ideas, we mean it's usually a guitar riff of some sort. That's usually what
yeah.
what create is like the spark for a song. So, but yeah, I would say around about 20.
Nice, nice. And
Yeah.
where did it all begin? Like, when did you guys start, picking up your instruments? And like, can you
Hmm.
talk us through a little bit of your like musical journey?
For sure. Yeah, I grew up all sports, played baseball from like age 5 to 15. And around 13, my best friends and I decided one New Year's, we're like, let's start a band. And none of us had ever played anything ever. So two of us got guitars, one got a drum set, made some bad noise for a while. Took lessons for about a year, learned from a bunch of DVDs. And yeah, just kind of started with Metallica, Ozzy, and then got into like all the other like Shadows Fall, Killswitch Engage, Lamb of God, like Children of Bodom. Then I found all like the Swedish stuff. Arch Enemy is one of my favorite bands to this day, and
Hell
just
yeah.
kind of went off to into guitar, shred land for me. Played in some bands, mostly rock and metal in high school. Then I actually played for a singer songwriter friend of mine while I was in college. Dabbled in a little country stuff, and then fast forward when I moved to Austin, because I'm actually from California originally. Um, yeah, met Ryan through a mutual friend of ours who we were actually in our previous band with, who I met him off Craigslist, like not Facebook, but actually legit Craigslist.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, throwback.
The other dude I do the channel with Alan, we met through Craigslist as well.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, gotta shout out Craigslist.
Yeah. Back in the day, yeah, Craigslist was awesome, but now it's all
Yeah,
scammy and can't really
yeah,
trust it. So
yep. It had its day, but yeah. But yeah, we met, played Ryan and I. Ryan, we played in what, two, three bands maybe. Some were more
Yeah,
cover oriented. We actually have a kind of, not secret, we have kind of a side country project that Ryan and I dabble in sometimes that started back then.
nice.
Um, but um, but yeah, that's kind of how it happened for me. But Ryan, you want to take us through your journey?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, from a young age, my dad he was always in bands and always had instruments lying around the house, and so I got to see him play drums as a child, and obviously I got to bang on drums when I was a kid as well, since they were around. But then it was about I want to say probably about 11 or 12 years old. Got into school band, and then I asked my dad if he could show me how to play guitar. He taught me some chords, and then that's around about the time I got into Metallica. They always seem like part of the segue for everybody. And then Fuel, the band Fuel was a huge turning point for me. That's like when the songwriting bug hit, and I was like, I want to do more than just play drums and guitar. I want to like write songs and sing, and so that's kind of how that journey started. And then throughout high school, had a few bands, and just I don't know. It's one of those things. Just never let it go. There were plenty of opportunities to like not do music anymore and do something else, but like I said earlier, very very therapeutic, and I'm glad I stuck with it because it led me to being in a couple of bands with John. I never thought I'd be best friends with a dude from California because I'm from Texas, and yeah, it still blows my mind every day. But yeah, him and I we talk pretty much. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but we talk about 2 hours every day at least. Obviously about life stuff, about music stuff, but yeah, very happy to be where we're at now musically for sure.
That's awesome, guys. Like, the bands work out so much better when you're like friends with your bandmates as well.
100%.
Hmm.
I'm also a Californian transplant too, so
Oh, are you really? What part?
yeah. From East LA, and then I moved over to
Okay.
El Paso.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'm from East Bay area, about an hour east of San Francisco and Oakland. It's called
Okay, cool.
Livermore. Yeah, been
Yeah.
out here since 2012 though. So
And then dope. And then have you guys played any like local shows or anything like that? Like what's the local scene like in your area?
yeah, so again, we mostly play in Austin. There's kind of our home base venue here. It's called Come and Take It Live. It's awesome, amazing sound system. We love all the people that work there, and they get a lot of national bands through there. So if we see a name or a bill that we think we'd be a good fit for, we hit our people up and see if they're accepting local openers. So um, let's see, some of our best shows that we played so far. We opened for Masters to New, if you're familiar with them.
Oh hell yeah.
Uh,
I love
that
them.
was, dude, it was like a Tuesday night and it was like jam packed. It was awesome. Um,
Hmm.
that was cool. Ryan, what was the recent one we just had? It was really good too. A Skylit Drive. Do you remember that band?
Skyline Drive in December, yeah.
Those guys are cool too. Fuck.
Yeah. So that was rad. That was our last show. That was really good too. It was them. Everyone Dies in Utah. Have you heard of them?
No, I never heard of them.
Okay, yeah, they're cool, but that was a fun show. But that's the venue we play at the most. Um, but yeah, we're trying to branch out, man. What you described, what y'all did, is exactly what we're trying to do. Just like a Texas run, because for us being here, we're 3 hours from Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio is like an hour and a half. We've never played there, so trying to change that.
Cool, man. If you guys run through El Paso, there's a like a venue that gets bands all the time. It's called the Rock House.
Okay,
Yeah, if
writing it
you
down,
guys
dude.
pass
Appreciate
through
that.
there. Yeah, man. They're the
Sweet.
ones for sure.
And
I've played
likewise
there
for
at
you
least like
guys,
40 times.
dude. That's awesome. And if you guys come out to Austin, yeah, come and take it live is definitely the place. Pretty much anything kind of rock or metal is like that's the sweet
All
spot.
right, cool. We did play in Austin. We played at it was the Dirty Dog Bar, I think it was called.
Dude, Dirty Dog
Yeah.
was so basically almost everyone that worked there now is at Come and Take It Live because Dirty Dog they finally closed I think after COVID, but that used to be
Mm,
our home base bar, so we're very familiar with Dirty Dog.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, it
Yeah,
seems like you could play anywhere in Austin though. There's literally when you walk down the street, there's literally somebody performing at every bar.
there's a lot. There's definitely a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I asked this to everybody, but like, what do you guys think the state of the music industry is? So like, how everybody's like touring, the whole touring situation, like the whole, like how metal is doing in the charts and stuff like that. Like, what do you guys? How do you guys think it's going?
I have a lot of
Mm.
thoughts. Ryan, you want me to take it first? Or you want to go?
I'll take a stab at it real quick.
Okay.
I'll keep my diatribe short. No, great question. Absolutely great question. It definitely tweaks the mind a little bit. And I think it's in a good spot. I mean, clearly it's the most saturated it's ever been. And I've heard people use that word. I'd use that word. That the music industry is saturated. But I think instead of like thinking about it as in a negative way, I think it's a good thing. Like look at what John and I are doing. We're able to be at home, like in the comfort of our own homes, and create art from 100 miles away from each other, and release it, and meet guys like you or people like you that maybe dig our music, and that's a beautiful thing, and that's something that in the history of mankind's never happened before. So I view that part as a really cool and neat thing. I mean, of course, I always hope to like that metal one day and rock will just like smash pop off the radio stations, but that's wishful thinking. And but no, I think it's in a good spot, and I think it's actually growing too, because it seems like country and other genres, they all come back to rock roots, it seems like to me. So
Nice, I like that answer.
Hell yeah.
It seems like people are a lot more open to especially the extreme metals, which I find like absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Like a good example for me is like Lorna Shore. I feel like for
Exactly.
whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
very extreme, but somehow very
They're
acceptable for people that aren't really into heavy
they're
music,
somewhat
you know?
mainstream now. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah.
and
mhm.
Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah, dude, same thing. They're both extremely heavy, extremely fast, amazing, yeah, pretty awesome. Yeah, Eric, I'm definitely like a glass overflowing type person, so very positive. But I think it's in a great spot, the industry as a whole. Obviously, there's some things that, like people could talk about Spotify and streaming stuff all day long, but from an exposure standpoint, I totally agree with Ryan in that it's never been easier for people like us to get our music out there. And I get it. There's a lot of challenges that come with that because there's so many people releasing songs every day. But personally, yeah, I love it from a listener standpoint and from a musician standpoint. But I mean, the challenge is finding ways to monetize and all that for sure. But from a pure exposure standpoint, and again, for a smaller band like us, that's all we're chasing right now, anyways. So I think the amount of resources that we have and just ways to get our music out there, we're all for it. Like you might be familiar with some of these different YouTube channels, but over the years, even in our last band, you ever heard of Montage Rock or Space Untravel?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, those two channels have been like huge for us. Just we've befriended both those channels, and they've shared a lot of our music over the years. But without them, we wouldn't have gotten just a bunch of like overseas fans that we again never would have been able to get our music to. So that's been huge. What about Nightcore? Have you seen any of those channels out there? Nightcore
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely. I've definitely heard a lot of. Yeah, I think I have
You know what I'm
seen
talking
like
about?
two Nightcore
Yeah.
versions of your guys' songs for sure.
Yeah, dude. So our girl, her name's Cheryl, but she goes by Cherry Nightcore. She's got like almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. But she's awesome. But yeah, they're just pitched up versions, or they just speed up the songs. So Ryan's voice is already high, so it just goes up in the stratosphere. I love hearing every version because I think it's hilarious. But I actually, it's cool. But there's a huge, like, people love it, and then they put like an animated visual to it essentially.
It just
So
changes up the song so well. Like I don't know what
yeah,
it is about it too, but it just makes it like you're rediscovering the song again, you know?
yeah, totally. Or it's
Yeah.
like for like a guitar like solo or something. It's always really kind of funny to hear it super duper fast. And it also is a different way, almost like a weird mixing trick to like hear. It's like, oh shit, did I play that? Like, would it sound good like that? And the goal is that it does. But
Yep.
it's definitely
And
fun.
have you guys thought about of maybe like submitting your music into like certain reactors? Because I know certain reactors will do
Mm.
pretty much anything if you toss them a couple bucks.
Yeah. So we've done oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't think this is really reaction territory, but you heard of Submit Hub?
No.
There's quite a few different sites like that, but essentially you could submit, and you pay a little bit, but it submits your songs to different Spotify playlisters, and then also some, just like, I think it's mostly like TikTok content creators. But yeah, honestly, dude, where should we look for different reaction people, or is it just finding them on YouTube like you guys?
Yeah,
That's a
just
good idea.
finding them on YouTube. I mean, it's only the smaller guys that'll do it, but I
Yeah,
mean, if you get one or two clicks out of it, then I think it's pretty worth it.
Yeah.
absolutely. I love that idea.
Hmm.
So thank you.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do that.
Next show, next time we live stream, I'll talk to my partner, see if he's down to react to a couple of your guys' songs.
Dude, that'd be
Let's
sick.
go.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
And
Eric, is that background real? I meant to ask that at the beginning.
yes, it's very real. No, it's
For
not.
it, okay.
It
I was
is.
gonna be that's
It's all
sick.
green screen.
I'm gullible, bro.
Nah, yeah.
Love it.
That's like a running gag on our channel where we have like the
Really?
really nice studio in the background, but it's all green screen.
Love it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Ah, man. Um, damn, I had a bunch of other questions, but it's like having a massive brain fart right now.
No worries, man. Yeah, what are you into? What do you typically listen to?
Mostly metalcore to be honest. All the like
Okay.
more modern stuff, you know. Like the
Yeah,
oldest
nice.
band I'll probably listen to is like Metallica, but
Okay.
you know.
Hell yeah. Eric,
Um,
are you familiar with the Browning?
yes.
So I played a tour with them, but Johnny the singer is good friends of ours now. So he actually does a lot of Lift the Curse art for a lot of our singles and stuff.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
So yeah, he's a homie. But yeah, they're just great guys. But yeah, he's been really good for Lift the Curse.
Nice. And then you guys mix yourselves, right? Or
Yeah. Yep.
you guys do like commission type stuff, or
What do you mean?
like if a man wanted you to mix and master their stuff, would you do it?
Oh, uh, Ryan has in the past. He's retired though, right, Ryan?
Yeah. Going back to how much time I have per day to focus on music stuff. Yeah, I've tried to become more of a no man, not a yes man when it comes to stuff like that. But always open to entertain or even just help out any other bands that are out there. I think that um, I've been recording on well, we've all been recording as musicians for forever probably, but tried really hard to find our own sounds, and I feel like John and I hit a stride there too. So definitely always open to something like that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, Eric, we're wide open. We're open books too, man. Like if anyone asks what we use to record, or we'll show them our channel strips or all of our plugins. Like we don't have
Yeah,
anything
we're
to
not
hide.
scared.
We ain't scared.
Yeah, let's go with that. Like, what kind of equipment do you guys use?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite kind of plugins to use and stuff like that?
Oh, this is actually a really timely question that both of us are going to be
Mhm.
excited about because so all Lift the Curse stuff up until actually the song we're working on literally right now, we've used a combination of the Neural DSP plugins. So we've used the most of the Nolly one, the Gojira one, and then for any song that we pitch shift, we'll use the Petrucci one. And then bass we usually use Parallax. And then Ryan, what are our drums right now? It's the
Uh,
Gojira one, but what's the
so
brand? I can't remember.
it's Get Good Drums
Oh,
through the contact player, and yeah, we were Matt Halpern, but
oh yeah,
here the
that's right.
past year we've been Gojira drums, and we have a electronic kit that gets all of that information into the computer.
Yeah. But Eric, on this current song that I was mentioning that we're doing now, it's the first song we're like, because live I use a Neural DSP Quad Cortex. Ryan uses a Line 6 Pod Go, and we're like,
Oh,
dude,
okay.
let's try and record with those for an actual recording. And we wanted to compare it, so we did that, and we've been super happy with it. And high level, it doesn't sound that different. Like it's, I don't think anyone would notice except for us, but it's been a cool experiment so far.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I see a Scarlet right behind you. Is that
Yeah,
what that
yeah,
is? Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, I used we both used the UAD Apollos for a little bit, but ultimately I honestly had a little bit more than I really needed. So that's that's what what's it called? The Claret. That's like the kind of one above the Scarlet. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it though, man. It's been great. I've had it for a few months. And Ryan, what are you using now?
I've it's M Audio. I don't remember what model number it is, but it's just a generic interface, honestly.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you guys, dude? What do y'all use recording wise?
When the other dude who does the channel with he records and mixes and masters for us. He uses Logic Pro for his DAW.
Oh,
And
yeah, we do
then
too. I don't know if we said that. We're Logic guys.
oh, nice. And he uses bias effects.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. So
Awesome.
he'll have us record a bunch of layers. Like each song will have like, I don't know, 100+ layers of
Dude, us too.
guitars.
You should see the vocal. Oh my, the amount of vocals on this newer song is the most we've ever had. So we
Wow.
yeah, we have a lot of fun.
And then our drummer, we always use live drums. We
Oh,
record
cool.
our drummer. We have it's called a Mackie 16 something
Okay.
mixer. That's where we put in all the mics and stuff. Works as an interface as well. And yeah, we always get that's where we used to run our in-ear monitor rig too.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about upgrading ours. We've been using for our live in-ears. Oh my gosh, what's it called, Ryan? X5?
X5, yep.
Yeah, have you heard of those, Eric? They're pretty cheap and they're pretty good. Heard
No,
of
I never
X5?
heard of them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, but we're kind of in the market. We might be upgrading a little bit soon, but X5 is good for something if you're entry level getting in.
Yeah. I actually just went to Guitar Center. I looked at the Shure in-ears. I was just like, what's the one in the $200 price range? And the dude was like, here. I was like,
Oh,
all right,
for
cool.
real? Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, I use for Shure wireless for guitar and I love it.
Dope.
Yeah, it's been really, really good.
For live wireless, I just use a little I don't know the exact name, but it's a Boss wireless.
Oh, okay.
It
Heck
doesn't
yeah.
have like it's not even it's like just two little receivers and that's it. And just
Hey, does it work though?
yeah, it works
That's all you need?
perfectly. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have an
That's
issue
all
with
that
it.
matters.
That's what's up.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
guys, it's been cool
Love
talking
that.
to you guys. I really appreciate you guys doing the interview.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, Lift the Curse. Check them out on everywhere. I'm guessing, right?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Eric, thanks for finding us, man. Seriously, that means a lot. And when you reached out, we were absolutely pumped.
No, thank you
Yeah,
guys
thank
for
you,
coming
Eric.
on. I really appreciate it. Fuck yeah, I'll see
Appreciate
you
the
guys.
opportunity.
Yeah, for sure, guys. And I'll be talking to you guys soon, hopefully. Oh, you guys got a new single coming out. Can you guys talk about that?
Yeah, so it's called Whatever It Takes. It'll be out a week from today. So yeah, January 19th. Just wrapped up the music video this week. And yeah, we're real pumped about it. But this will be one of the first singles coming off that album coming out in April. But it'll be out next Friday everywhere.
Dope. Yeah, check them out everywhere. I mean, any other things you guys want to plug in and shout out?
Ryan, you got anything top of mind?
No, just listen to Lift the Curse and spread the word, man. That's it.
Sweet. That's all you can,
Likewise.
dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Eric, thank you, man. And we'll get you out here playing in Austin. We'll be out in El Paso hopefully soon.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it, boys.
Thanks,
I
Eric.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
you, man.
All right,
Thanks, Eric.
guys.
Take
I'll see
care.
you guys.
Cheers.